There is a bit of a trend at the moment for younger managers in the Premier League. The average age is now just 47. Just 10 years ago, it was just over 51. So it's gone down 4 years in a decade. Obviously, a large part of the reason we're talking about this is with the success of Fabian Hurzeler very early on, admittedly, at Brighton. But why do you think this trend is happening, Rachel?
Yeah, I think he probably skews the sort of median or mean, doesn't he, a little bit. I think players or football kind of, we look at, there's all kinds of sort of examples, but players who not necessarily wait until the end of a career to think of going into coaching. There's players who are there or thereabouts or get an injury or decide, you know, I'm not going to make it as a player, but I love football, I want to study it. And they're doing that from a young age. Iraola was one of those as well. Came and decided, you know, was going to have a fairly average playing career or none at all, but absolutely was an obsessive when it came to coaching methods, coaching sessions, tactics, and have devised, or what's the word, kind of have coordinated a career, recognising that it's not just ex-players who then go on a course, who then go into management. That's not the algorithm that forms a successful manager always. I know Pep Guardiola had a very successful playing career and has obviously now kind of leads a line with regards to coaching methods and management. But there's certainly very different ways that that managers can become to be top managers.
If you're good enough, you're old enough. That's simple as it is now. Yeah. In society, wherever we work now, people want to push young people. It is a young person's sport now, football. We have the women's game, we have the men's game. I think it's right and proper that we try and push people in talented individuals. There's no doubt we've seen that today from Brighton. Look at the results that they're getting. It's proving that it works. Mind you, though, I mean, if you look at Fabian and you asked him in 10 years' time, you know, of course he's going to be a better manager in 10 years' time, but he's still got that talent to do it now and he's learning all the time. I like seeing it. I think it's fresh. I'm just impressed with what Fabian is doing right now at Brighton. It's quite remarkable. He's going in there with all the top people and look what he's doing. He got a promotion last year to the Bundesliga with an unfancied team.
Talking of promotion, 2 of the 3 managers who got their teams promoted from the Championship as well, Russell Martin and Kieran McKenna at Southampton and Ipswich as well, have shown that you can have success too in terms of successful teams, bringing them up. What sort of effect, Martin, do you think this is having on the game?
Well, huge. I mean, Kieran McKenna is another case in point. He's quite a magnificent manager. You know, he was always a good understudy. He was always probably the most technical coach within the group. And now he's stepped forward. He's got the confidence to do it. He's had 2 promotions back to back with Ipswich. So he's had the evidence. He's seeing it for himself and the confidence is flooding through. I think it's been a difficult start for him, of course, losing the first 2 games of the season. But this will only make him better as he goes forward. You get that extra wisdom as you develop, as you grow older. But he's learning, and I see him coming through this. They might be looking at the likes of Everton right now and some of the teams that have started poorly and thinking, OK, we just need to be better than them, so why not?
And that sort of brand of managers as well is smart players, all right, are thinking, right, I pretty much work half a day. I've got time to go coaching badges. There's loads of players, more so now than ever, that are doing coaching badges during their playing career with an idea of, OK, it will be an option at the end because I have this in the back. In the women's game now, it's professional. It's the same thing. You know, they've got enough time to be able to do that, and a lot of them are taking up that option, seeing that it adds that longevity of the industry within football.
Yeah, some of the other names we could throw in terms of the younger managers, the likes of Iraola, Arteta, only just over 40 as well, Gary O'Neill as well. Yeah. So these managers that are having an impact on the game, it's certainly interesting and something to keep across.